4 in your corner, staying on top of breaking news in Fort Myers right now. The state attorney's office clearing NFL pro and Cape Coral native Nate Allen. This after reviewing evidence provided by both the Fort Myers Police Department, who detained him, and Allen's own attorney, Sawyer Smith. Now, Allen was detained by police last week for about 5 hours after a 16-year-old girl claimed a man exposed himself to her on Colonial Boulevard in Fort Myers. But the state attorney now saying there's no way that Nate Allen could have been that perpetrator, and that it was in fact someone else, a man in his 40s or 50s. An age description the teenager initially gave to police early on before they detained Allen, who's only 27 years old. Fort Myers Police Chief Doug Baker saying tonight he's conducting a full internal review of how all of this was handled.
And people who know him know. They just know this is not Nate.
Defending his character, Nate Allen's mom saying she never doubted his innocence after police detained him for hours last week. And as 4 in your corner's Warren Wright shows you tonight, she says the family's faith has helped them through this. Warren rejoins us live in the studio right now with that part of the story. Warren.
Well, Nate Allen's mom, Darlene, says she raised her son right. And while this past week has been a nightmare, the truth got them through it. Nate Allen is a fierce defender for the Philadelphia Eagles. His mom says off the field, he's also a defender of his faith, and it's helped them deal with these accusations.
Nate literally has been in the church his whole life at McGregor Baptist, and we just knew, though, deep down that God was going to take care of everything.
She says she's raised him to treat women with respect, and he's had years of practice with her.
Everybody calls him a mama's boy. I don't know that that's good, but hey, I love it. I think mama's boys, I think every girl would want to marry a mama's boy.
Never one to seek the limelight, Nate Allen has purchased football uniforms for his high school alma mater, Cape Coral High, and held numerous football clinics for kids at both his church and local schools. And when he's home from the NFL, he likes to visit old friends at one of his first jobs while growing up, Red Lobster.
I did work there when I was 16. Yeah, it ended up being like one of my favorite restaurants to eat at.
While he was there, a Facebook post confirms his time and location. A cook writes on her newsfeed, quote, Nate Allen, love this guy, so respectful. Nate's mom isn't surprised at all when people say things like that about her son. She knows he's someone who protects young women, not harass them.
He is the sweetest, kindest, most gentle person ever. And people who know him know. They just know this is not Nate.
Well, the state attorney's office states the courts have found that the methods used by the FMPD is inherently suggestive and leads to potential misidentification. Now, just minutes ago, I reached out to Nate Allen's attorney, Sawyer Smith, as to whether or not they will be filing a civil rights lawsuit. He tells me, quote, it's halftime. We'll be going into the locker room and looking at our playbook. Warren Wright, Fox 4. In your corner.
All right, thank you very much, Warren, and we are bringing you any new developments on this story on air as well as online. Fox4now.com is our website. You can check it out anytime. And while you're on the site, tell us what you think of how Fort Myers police have handled this case and what Nate Allen's mom has to say about all of this as well. Again, it's Fox4now.com.